And welcome to Martinsville Speedway here. Sorry for the late start. Had to update all of my iRacing stuff. Drivers have already gotten their qualifying done, though. We'll see Austin Call is up on the grid right now at the moment. We will... Hold on here. Let me turn off my gain. Actually, now I see why I had it off. I'll get the timing pulled up here in a minute. But this is the Gen 4 cars here at Martinsville. So these cars are a little bit finicky. Like to step out on these drivers. This is the... They drove this from the early to mid 2000s after that point. But they definitely are some fun cars to drive. See Austin Call, he's still going to stick to the bottom. We might see some guys get loose on exit because of all of the kind of debris and really high horsepower cars that these are, and that is the first caution of tonight. It's Barry Nelson who has gone around here. See what happened to him. As looks like he just gets up on the apron and just loops it there, it appears. Let me give a cache refresh here. Looks like it is not wanting to pull up. There it is. There we go. I had to do a cache refresh. Make sure it worked. This is a 180 lap race for these guys. I don't know how it will go. Hopefully it will go pretty well. It is Martinsville, so Martinsville for anybody at any track, any league, it's always in the kind of honestly one of the worst tracks to try to broadcast. It doesn't end up well. Let's just leave it at that. It ends up absolutely horrible every single time. Some paint schemes are loading in here. But I will pull up what these guys qualified, even though it really doesn't matter that much. Actually, no, sorry. Lights have gone off, so we'll actually wait on that. No, they're still on. Never mind. My bad. It looked like they were off. Looks like it doesn't want to give me the grid there. That's odd. Give me the qualifying grid there. But it was Call, Puffenbarger, Matta, Eckert, Teff, Kane, Benelli, Pugliese. Actually, no, that's not right. See, it will not. That's odd. It's not giving me that there. So I'm going to do a little bit of a refresh. I'll have to see what that is. It's not wanting to give me the grid. See, pace car does pull in here, though. Guys are getting ready to go back green as the green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. See the 18 jump out too pretty decently. The 21, we got somebody around here. Oh, Lord, we got a big wreck. The Mullen looks like is the cause of whatever happened, possibly. Nope. That is the 50. Terry Fennell. No, who is this? Yeah, too fast, Terry. Way too fast. He's going to come in and just absolutely drill the 43. I mean, he just absolutely comes in there and kills the dude. And barely gets to 34. It's a little bit too aggressive there, bud. Barger and Fennel will be down pit road. A little bit surprising there. I wouldn't expect that. It will pull up the race info results, though. Yeah, it's not giving me... It's odd. It won't give me the results. I believe that will put Call back up front, though, for another restart. Lights are still on. We've got... Oh, yeah, so they didn't... No, they got past... I think we got a little bit of an issue with iRacing and their timing. Yeah, now iRacing's fixed it. Those guys got spun before they could get back to the start-finish line to complete an actual lap, so it didn't register them in the way that it should have, it looks like there. So they'll get waved on by because of that. The lights have gone off on the pace truck this time by, so they will get going back green here at lap 14, coming to 15. As they're coming to the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. Call gets a pretty good jump on the field. We did last time. See, did everybody make it through turn 1 and 2? Looks like they will. Pile driving on in there. The 2 of Andrew Teff running that Rusty Wallace paint scheme. I believe he is also the owner. I know he owns multiple businesses in East Tennessee. I'm near their area. I think he actually probably owns Wallace Subaru Bristol. Who? Actually, we're going to look that up now. Like it may be. So Tim Baker's the... And there's actually the Baker family. I thought, where is the... What? Come on, let's up. What car dealerships does Rusty Wallace own? Well, that makes sense. Yeah, it's Knoxville, Dandridge, Clinton, and Morristown. What it was. Oh, I think somebody missed the entry there. That 19 almost sailed on in. That's Benelli. Guy just came there and drilled whoever that was in front of him. So I want to look at what is the horsepower on these cars. I think it's a little bit higher. Gen 4 Monte Carlo. 900 horsepower. Yeah. Makes sense. These cars are kind of a throwback. A lot harder to drive than the next gens, that's for sure. They're not going to have as much downforce. Higher horsepower, smaller tire. There's not as much grip on them coming off the corner. Got Mata and Teft trying to fight for position here. Go on board here for 2 laps with 5 different drivers. We'll start that with Call when he comes back around to take lap number 26, the start of it. We'll do that now. Oh god, that just sliding around. We got a caution here on the track. Looks like Ecker has gone around and ripped the front end of that car off. Oh, just loses it halfway down the straight. Or back stretch. I think it's just coming off the corner and the car is stepping out already. He just keeps his foot in it. Yeah, so you can hear, listen to his throttle right here. You can hear it just a little bit. So he lifts just a tad. I think that's to keep the tires up under him. And it just doesn't end up too well for him. As that'll bring a pretty good amount of people down pit road. The Kelly, he'll stay out. Does bring a pretty decent amount of people down pit road though, so. And I think unlike the next gens, it will actually matter on tires. Yeah, Kelly is yet to pit unless he missed pit road and he meant to go down. That's one thing I can think of it. So we'll just have to see if that's what he did. The lights have gone off on the pace truck, though. So they will be going green this time by. As the green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Kelly he actually gets going pretty well. Benelli able to fall down. Call though, as see the 43 goes down to the inside. So I guess he just missed his pit stall. That's one thing I can think of, is that he just flat out missed it, and he meant to go down pit road, but didn't realize it. It's too late for him to kind of duck down, shoot down to the bottom. I haven't saw. I thought that I would see a lot more people get loose coming off the corners, but I haven't saw it as much as I thought I would. I mean, it's not as prevalent. I don't know if they've just not been able to get enough heat in their tires or what, but I don't know how that guy's not, wrecking. Or actually, I don't even know how he's able to keep going with that freaking damage on the front of that car. I have no idea how Ecker is able to do that, but I guess that's more or less just a super speedway, is you can get away with, damage. Really, the only way that you are able to is because it's not so air reliant at short track. It's kind of more just rhythm. And you can kind of make up for it with, just you can make it with it. Sorry, you can make up for it with kind of just entering the corner right. Some guys will go in there and they'll enter really shallow and it will burn their right front. I've saw that happen before. And it just doesn't end up too well for them at all. Times right now, they're running about 19.8s, 19.9s. They're actually already down about 2 to 3 tenths of their fastest lap, so they're not even able to turn their fast lap right now. Just because it looks like most of them are getting in pretty well. You can see some of them diving it in there, and they're gunning it in the corner. That's why they're high on exit, but some of these guys are just flat out just sending it in the corner and hoping it will turn. Biggest mover in the race is Teft. He's actually, sorry, that's Nelson. He's up 3 positions, but he's kind of way back there right now, so kind of a non-factor pretty much. Not able to do anything where he is. Let me give them all paint refresh too. I think some of them didn't load incorrectly. I think. Looks like Call's starting to lose a little bit of ground to Teft. Teft is kind of chopping into his lead just a tad. You can see him he's getting in there. It looks like Teft is going to nail him in the butt. He's going to get in there a little bit too deep. So Call could just be keeping it clean right now. Just kind of being a little bit just cautious, backing up the corner, not getting in there too deep, letting it roll more than anything else. The sun has gone down here at Martinsville, so won't be as slick for these guys on the track. We'll just have to see if times go down. They are running, they're still about 4/10 off their fastest lap. Call might lose it here to Teft. Teft is getting in there pretty good. Teft, so he's getting in there hard, letting it rotate, then getting... he's diamond the corner off. He's getting a really straight shot off the corner is what he's doing. And it's working for him, too. He's gaining time. He just has to be cautious about going in there and absolutely drilling a guy. Some people get in there hard, but he's got to also worry about... I don't know. See how Teft handles this. Thing I'm worried about Teft doing is heating up those front brakes. I think he may have done that now. He's kind of falling back a little bit. He's not getting as close as he was to Call. Keep in mind, we are not halfway in the race. Halfway would be lap 90. And looks like they may be getting close to that here soon, possibly. I have to see how it goes for them. But Teft keeps I don't know. He keeps getting close, and then he falls back. So see if he can hold it here for once. He's kind of diving it in there. I want to see if he looks, see, like right there, it looks like the front end takes off when he gets behind him. I think he's getting in super hard and letting it slide, but Call's also getting loose too. When did Dodge have a Gen 4? Did they have a Gen 4? Yes, they did. So it looks like they did not bring the Dodge over to iRacing. It's only the Ford and the Chevy so far, as we got a pretty decent split. Most of them are Fords, though, which is actually surprising. You don't really see a lot of Fords in NASCAR and iRacing. It's more Chevys than anything else. You don't see a lot of Toyotas. Toyotas are kind of the whole time. That's just a preference that people have. I drive the Chevys like everybody else. Oh, the 18 goes around, going into 1. And I think he may have went off the bumper of Teft here. I'm not completely sure. See the 88s. Looks like he's going to... Oh, Teft. Yeah, he just hits him there. Going into 1 and 2. And I'm not going to put that on Teft. You're going to say, why aren't you going to put that on Teft? I don't think Call knows when this 88 is going to lift, so he might lift a little bit earlier. Yeah, I'm not completely sure Call knew where that 88 was going to lift. He didn't know that the 88 was going to go high, and Teft, he can't see in front of him, or he can't see through the car, and so he gets into Call there. I believe that'll bring everybody down pit road, and it will. They had about 40 laps on their tires there. See if Call can win the race off pit road. He does have the first pit stall. Have to beat Teft out, though. Teft is off and away. Call off and away. He may have beat him. I'm not completely sure. Did he beat Teft off pit road? Looks like he didn't. Teft barely got it. Wave light should go off on the pace car next time by, possibly, I think, on that. Looks like actually, no, lights just, no, they're off now. So yeah, this is being weird. iRacing's not giving these guys time to get back there. See, lights have gone off here, so it will be... Wait, call? What? Hold on, what in the world is going on? I'm guessing Tef may have sped as the green flag is back in the air. I think Tef may have sped coming off pit road, possibly. That's why he won it. It's the only thing I can think of him winning that race. I really don't know that. So I have to kind of watch, keep an eye on Andrew Teff back here. Trying the high line, that is not going to work at Martinsville. And he's going to have to look to the inside there, kind of fade down into the bottom, as looks like he'll get a pretty decent bite, go down low into the corner off the exit. See the front end of that car raise up, and then it slams down. He's getting all he can. Looks like the 86 will let him go by. I put the new challenger behind call. It's Benelli now. Guys are stacking up behind the 8 of Ecker. Have to see what can be done to hold him back here. As Ecker's coming in, they are stacking up behind him. It'll be interesting to see for him. It looks like he's going to get a little bit high up the corner. That might give, yep, that will give the 21 of Puffenbarger room to the inside on Ecker. Ecker's going to open up his entry because of that. As caution is on the track. Like Barry Nelson, he is all the way down pit road. But he's gonna get on the curb again. I think he did this earlier. And yep, same spot he spun earlier. I think it was him that spun. Hello, down to the garage area. You do not want to go down there. Like he gets it back going though. That'll be a quick caution. I believe lights should go off next time by. Pugliese and DeMullen will be down pit road. As looks like DeMullen has pulled the car off the track. He's left the race. See, lights have gone off as the pace truck has pulled in here It will get the green flag this time by. To enter the restart zone here. As the green flag is in the air, we are back underway. See, the 8 of Ecker actually falls in line second there behind those guys. I mean, my eye got itchy just doing that. Teft has worked his way back up to third, so he's worked his way back up from that speeding penalty that he got off coming off of pit road. Need to see if he can keep it going, though. Not stall out. See, looks like Teft will get to the inside of Ecker. Will he be able to get that position, though? Ecker's not going to give it to him quite just yet. Looks like Teft will finally be able to do it. So fall back up in front of Ecker. Ecker looks like he's not going to drive in there too deep. One of the issues that drivers will have, though, is they will pull up in front of somebody, and then it makes the car behind them not know where their braking zone is exactly, and it kind of messes with them as somebody just blew up. That was on pit road, though. You really rely on rhythm more than anything else, and really, once you mess up somebody's rhythm, it's not going to be fun. You will just be, you'll be thrown off everywhere, and it's so hard to get back into it. You think, you know, I'm going to be fine, and you never can get back into that exact same rhythm at all, and it's a pain. It really is a pain. See, the 8 of Ecker looks like he's trying to kind of falling back just a little bit. Teft, though, he's running. He's about 3/10 or about 2/10 off that lap. See what he runs this lap. He ran 19.9, 19. Yeah, about the same this time. You can see on the side there, 19.82 to a 19.87. So pretty much identical lap times. We barely scooting away there. The 2 of Teft kind of slide up there a little bit. Now you can see, look at that brake rudder right there. See if you can go, that's the left, that's right front tire. See if it'll give us a shot here. Watch this red, orange glow right. Will it give us one? No, it didn't do it this time. What about the left front? See if it'll glow this time by. No, he didn't do it here. But I did see it start glowing. I want to see if it'll do it again here. Will it give us a glow? Yeah, and you can see it right there just a little bit. So he's getting on those brakes pretty hard to see if Call is. Call is also, you can see the rotors glowing. That's something very, if you just started watching NASCAR from the past 3 or 4 years, you would be like, well, why does it matter if the brakes are glowing? Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, even though I didn't watch these cars, the brake size was not as big as the next gens are. It's a lot smaller. Drivers are getting on these brakes really hard, and it builds heat fast, and I mean fast. They will be glowing orange before the race is over. I didn't really see a lot of rotors exploding, but they do get incredibly hot. It was not uncommon. It was kind of a guess to see how orange the rotors would get. As we got somebody around, will they stay green though? There's only 8 drivers in the race. Call is just extending his lead now at the moment. He's doing a really good job right now of just keeping pace. Call is getting up on that apron just a little bit. He might need to be a little bit careful of it. These cars, they will get really upset though, and then wreck each other if you're very, not safe with it. A little bit further back here, everybody's gotten spaced out, so they're doing pretty good, kind of keeping off each other. They're just not all up on each other, I guess what we'd say. They're just being very, very calm, collected. Call is, I think Call is entering. As Ecker has gone around, but that looks like he's getting on pit road. Call is going to loop it here in a minute if he doesn't stop getting on this apron. He's about to wreck himself. So Call he's doing the roll around the curb. I think Tefts is he's doing the diamond because he's getting there super deep. You know, watch kind of the car, and he didn't, but kind of right there is where he comes up on. Look at how much wheel he's putting into it. He is not turning very well at all. But yeah, because he puts a lot of wheel into it on exit, so he's fighting it tight. And it's pretty much stabilized on time. I mean, they ran literally almost identical. 2002 to a 2001. So I think Call can save his tires by backing it up on the entry, letting it roll a little bit more, but I just don't see really anything that can happen to him and lose the race unless he goes in there and loops it. I have saw people do that before. They will go in there and just absolutely sail it off into the corner. And you're wondering, like, why did they do that? Well, trying to get all you can. just rolling around the bottom is what it's gotten to. It's just repetition, repetition, repetition. This is repetition track. If you get out of rhythm, it's going to be hard to find it because your braking is the same, your lifting's the same. You just have to get into a rhythm here. 2 drivers down pit road. Pugliese and Ecker, I think they're probably done. They've been sitting in their pit stalls for... No, they're not. Yes, Ecker's done. Pugliese is most likely done. So a lot of guys left. This track normally, we'll say normally, is hell in a handbasket. I say that because, let's just leave it at that. It is not a good time. It sucks because it's just close quarters and they just wreck each other. I mean, that's really all I can say. See, the 18 looks like he washes up just a little bit. See how it'll go for him. These guys back here have gotten spaced out too, so they've not got to the point where they're going to race each other. I don't think that they will be pitting. I think they're going to be able to make on fuel. They can go a lot longer than everybody else. It's just ridiculous. Or they can go long on this fuel. Call's extended his lead just a little bit now. Is inside 60 to go, coming to 50 to go here soon. Everybody's gotten... Tepper's going to wreck himself here in a minute if he keeps trying to drive it so hard. He's gained... If he timed the 21, I think he just tail whipped it getting into the corner there. Got him way too hot. Yeah, he's need to put some front brake in it there, bud. He is dancing around in that rear end. That rear end is not in on the track at all, so he's about to wreck it. He's not careful. See what he does there. It's still doing it a little bit. I'd be a little bit nervous if I were him. I'd definitely be cranking that brake to the front. Huffenbarker. Kane might get into it here a little bit. Kane's been rolling that bottom. So the whole issue you have, if you roll the bottom, you can't get off the corner very well if you get into the gas like a second earlier. So it's kind of choose your poison. See, the 99 looks like he did it there a little bit. You have to completely be on it. So it's a little bit better to diamond it than anything else. Hess has gone down pit road. Yeah, this 21 and this 99 are going to start racing here in a minute. They are not going away. This 99 is actually catching them. It's two completely different lines. 21's diamonding it. 99's going straight down. As looks like I was wrong. I guess they will have to pit before the race ends. If you are call, the only thing you do here is not speed. Like he'll get down to pit road speed pretty safely. As he'll get back rolling there. Does a pretty good job of that. Puffenbarger will inherit the lead. We also need to make sure that Kane doesn't speed. Not Kane. Call doesn't speed. Looks like he gets off pretty clean. Just to see how it goes for him. See, Call looks like he'll get rolling there. See, so Call will inherit the lead. That'll put Teft back to second. Should put him back to second. Oh, wait, he sped. Wait, did he speed? Hold on, we're going to go back and look. I think Teft sped. I don't know. I don't know. Did he speed? I can't tell. He was on pit road for a minute and 18 seconds. I'm not completely sure if he did speed or not. That just doesn't make any sense. That's just kind of weird. I don't know why that would happen, but okay. That will put Call back to the lead, though. That's less than 40 laps left, coming up to actually 30 left. So I'll have to see how that goes. Still don't know what happened to Taft. I'm confused what happened to him. I mean, it didn't look like he got in there hot or anything like that. Paul is just going to continue to roll around here, be pretty calm with it, though. It is 25 to go here. It's gotten kind of stale throughout the whole pack. They've gotten spaced out, so nobody's really getting close to each other, racing a lot. It's like it's pretty much kind of set in stone now, though. Kane might get a spot on Benelli here in a minute. We'll just have to see if he does or not. That 99 gets in there really deep on the 19 of Benelli. Almost kind of getting close to his rear end. Got to be careful though with that. I'm not sure if he'll be able to, yeah, he won't be able to make a move here. There, he gets close. Call looks like he's about to run up on these guys actually. Oh, lap a lot of the field as we got a caution here. That is Andrew Teff that loops it. Looks like it's coming down the backstretch. Probably got loose on exit. Tried to drive it off and just couldn't save it. As, yep, he will, and just avoids the inside wall. He's just getting all he can, so this... I don't think we'll send anybody back down pit road, though I just don't think it's going to be worth it. See, Call go back down pit road. So Puffin, I'm surprised that he did that. That is interesting. I don't know if I would do that. Like you could have stayed out and it would have been beneficial to you still. Have to see. I don't know if I don't think he should come down that time, but Call, I mean, he only goes back to third. It's not like he went back too far. See, the lights have gone off. So pace car will pull in this time by. Race truck will pull in this time by, my bad. See, there's only 4 cars up here because of the everybody had to get a wave around a lead lap. See, the green flag will go back in the air. We are back underway here with 15 laps left. Call gets a good jump on the field already. I think he'll be easily able to get past Benelli here, probably in the exit of... Actually, it might be the entry of 3 here. We'll have to see what he does. Not able to get to him quite just yet. Call's not able to be able to roll it. Benelli gives him the inside. Looks like that was a easy pass for Call there. Like he did that pretty easily there. No real fight was put up against him. It's only, again, there's only 4 people up here right now at the moment. Just have to see how call goes here. We'll be inside of 10 to go, coming to 8. Call's just, he's had a dominating day the whole entire time. Coming to 7 to go here now. See, call will be coming to 5 to go now here. It's a dominating race by call overall. He's not had to really face anyone, fight anyone hard at all. See, we'll be coming to 3 to go now. Be coming to 2 to go now for call. Should be good unless a caution comes out here, but as long as he gets to the white flag, next flag will end it. See, as it is white flag. So once he goes into 3 and 4 here, he will come out with the win, as it's just been kind of calm the last part of the race, as he will take the green flag here. Not green flag, the white flag and the checkered, and he will come home with the win. So Austin Call qualifies on the pole, takes it home. Puffenberg qualifies second, finishes second. Bonelli qualifies fourth, he comes home third. Kane qualifies ninth, he comes home fourth. Driver from Spring, Texas. A little bit of a celebratory wreck right there, I guess. Don't know why you would do that, but okay. Pull up the finishing order here now, if it will let me pull that up. It's odd. It's not wanting to pull up for me. race will just, I don't know why it's not wanting to show. Yeah, it's not wanting to show the results. I'll have to ask SDK that. Let me see. Odd. We'll fix that later here. We'll pull up, or we'll get in the top 3 drivers. Let me pull in the 3rd place driver and Cody Benelli. Hey, Cody, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a
Here.
copy, man?
Yes, sir. I got you.
And so you qualified 4th, come home 3rd. How was the race for you overall, though? And how was it driving these cars at a short track with, 900 horsepower, way more than what they drive with today?
It it was surprisingly stable on exit with all that power, but the brakes were the bigger thing for me. It was easy to lock them if you got in a little too deep. But it's a fun car to drive. I love it, and I had a good time. I wish more people would have hung out and stayed in it, but uh, I had fun. Me, Brandon, and Dennis kind of ran in a pack there for quite a while, and that was pretty cool. But I don't think anybody had a chance against Austin.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it was just Austin had a, like this, yeah, he had a hold on the whole field. But, how, so, you said they didn't get loose. Was it not as sketchy as you thought it would be, or is it kind of where you thought it would? Because these cars, at least on short tracks, they're going to be prone to spinning out. Other tracks are going to be prone to spinning out still because they have such high horsepower. So was it kind of where you expected it to be on handling wise for these cars?
Yeah, well, it was a little loose, but it was manageable on exit. It made sense if that you know what I mean. But on entrance was I would just lock them up if I was too deep um, and kind of slide up a line and that would let whoever was behind you catch you and pass you because once you're off of the bottom you're in trouble. But no, on as far as the power and how loose it got, it was manageable. And like I said, it makes them fun to drive.
That definitely seemed like it was y'all had fun out there. I was kind of like when I realized this was Martinsville, I was more like, oh no, here we go. But it didn't turn out to be like that. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Create Pensacola. I got their big old bird on the hood of my car, and then Andrew for putting them on. I love racing in this series. It's been a good time.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good job coming home 3rd tonight, man.
Thank you. Have a good one.
It's Cody Benelli, the 3rd place driver. I want to see, do I have a... No, okay, so that's what I thought it was. It's not one of these windows. We'll bring in the 2nd place driver in Brandon Puppenbarger. Hey, Brandon, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
And so you come home 2nd, qualified 2nd. How did the race go for you overall, though? And how was it driving these really high horsepowered cars on a short track?
That wasn't bad. I pitted early, just kind of got off sequence with everybody, see if we were going to get a long green flag run. Other than that, just trying to get track position back, and finally did. And Austin got out there, but Austin was class of field tonight, so. But yeah, it's a lot. These are a lot of fun. Later in the run, you'll slide off the corner and stuff like that, so it's a lot more technical, I would say, than like our current next gen or Xfinity cars.
So did these cars handle, where you expected them to, or is it kind of a surprise how they handled? Because I would be thinking that these cars with such high horsepower would try to be spinning out on exit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the track temp was in the 80s somewhere, so like we were just stomping on it coming out of the turns. But if it was like middle of the day, we'd be babying it like off, like going over the hump down the straightaway. So it is different. Kind of felt like next gen almost, where you can just hit the apex and just mash it. So.
I hadn't driven these cars yet, so I didn't know how they handled. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out? Maybe I'm watching the stream here tonight.
Just Andrew for putting these fun races on. Everybody for coming out. You for putting on the show. That's about it.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good job coming home second tonight, man.
Thank you.
Brandon Puffenbarger, the second place driver. We will bring in the race winner in Austin Call. Hey, Austin, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, so you come on with the win, qualify on the pole, pretty much dominate the whole entire race. But, how did it go for you overall, though, to start?
I mean, the car handles like a boat, but in a way, I was able to get it to rotate center. I pretty much took as much front brake out of it as possible, just trying to loosen the car up as much as I could, and still managed to keep some semblance of long run speed to where I was able to just pull away.
It definitely seemed like evidently you dominated the whole entire night. But did these cars drive like you expected them to drive, or was it kind of just there overall for them?
So I just bought this car for like today. So it's definitely a lot different than the Gen 4 car that was not really the Gen 4 car. And from what I've heard from Michael Mata, he told me that this thing handles way different here than it handles at any other racetrack. So I was kind of expecting to be really loose all the way around for the entire run, but inevitably I actually had to force the car to be loose in order to get it to turn.
Yeah, I hadn't driven these cars yet, so I really didn't know myself. But did you ever feel like there was a point? Probably not. Was there ever a point in the race where you're like, "Man, I'm gonna be screwed," especially with that caution there? Because I was kind of surprised you pitted. Then I looked how many were on the lead lap, and I was like, "Oh, he's not really that far back."
I thought I was screwed whenever, because I was in a Discord call with Michael. Whenever he took tires and I didn't, that's why I had the extra set at the very end. If he had been able to fight me for that run and his internet not explode on him, I think he probably would have gotten me, and it would have been very tough to get the lead back from him.
Yeah, I was worried there, but then I was like, "Well, this guy's just been dominating the whole entire night," so I kind of just pushed it to the back of my mind. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
No sponsors, but I want to thank Dennis Kane. He sent me the invite to this from another league that we're in together. So I'm happy to run this. I had nothing else to do today. I want to thank my family for letting me do this. And then I don't know if my grandma's watching, but she normally watches these races with me. And yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good job coming home with the win tonight, man.
Thank you.
That was Austin Call, the race winner. I don't know why it's not letting me pull up the results, but Austin Call first, Puffenbarger second, Benelli third, fourth, Dennis Kane fifth, Andrew Teff sixth, Kyle Hess eighth, Christopher Pugliese seventh, Christopher Pugliese eighth, Curtis Ecker ninth, Barry Nelson 10th, Ryan DeMullen 11th, Daryl Zakelli 12th, Michael Mata 13th, Terry Fennell 14th, Careless Thiel. It's not a bad race overall though, dominating though from Call. But, excuse me. I'm not going to keep y'all here any longer. I have to try to get my certificate, so I'm going to go work on that. So I will let you all go.